Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ash of Gods, where we will be continuing. I went back and did already the leaving from the gate the same way we did before, and now then we have started to be leaving and going through this area. I don't remember if I exactly read this before, but we might as well read this and then whatever comes afterwards. So you stop in the square near the gate, dismount, and peek around the corner. The ground before the gate is littered with corpses. Beside them, guards shuffle about, scratching their necks and crawling now and then. They have weapons at the ready. The incessant tolling of the bell makes you squirm while you examine the gate. There is some kind of a glowing sigil on it. The square is filled with abundant carts, baskets, crates, and corpses. There's no way you can ride through. You have to make a decision. But what kind of a decision? We're in this lovely situation. Yes, everyone is alive and well. Totally, everyone. Especially those who do not belong into our group. Turning to face the rest. Don't you realize what's going on? Torn Brenning. Why did the monsters seal the gate? Those reapers are like children, very cruel children, pitting people against each others, just to see what happens. Like playthings, it's what Water said. Is your father a temple servant by any chance? A royal scribe, but I didn't want to be a scribe. I wanted to become a warrior, so I fled from the capital. Consider your wish granted. I'd hope it had lost its charm. It soon will, in any case. How come these madmen don't scatter? Maybe they serve the Reaper now and are bound to its will. Ancient manuscripts make no mention of it. However, it is said that the reaping is different each time. The Reaper could have thought up some new trick. Rask mentioned something like this too. However, it is said that the reaping it is. You discussed the reaping with Rask? Sometimes. You don't know anything of history if you don't know of reapings. They drive it, even though there have only been two. Who knew it would come back? Alright, since there's no other explanation, we'll go with this. Shall we try breaking through? Taking a pack. What do you mean breakthrough? Are you out of your damned mind, Torn? I know those lads, every single one of them. See the red-haired one? You know him too. He was a boy when it came to me, what, 15 years ago? He wanted to become a guardsman, and he did. Do you successfully hoist our horses over the wall then? I know those lads do. See the woman lying there, by the barn. She's muttered to one of them. And who do you think cut her down? These are not the people we knew, Krieger. Quietly horrified. Well, I'm not quite myself when I drink either. Should I be killed for it? How do you know this can't be undone? Do what you will, Captain, but I won't lead an attack on my own men. You see the corpses at their feet. Those are our lads. Damn it. I'll give the order. Okay. Enough pondering then, eh? Corpses can be alive and well too. Not really unless you're Fallout cool. Depends. Maybe there has to be a little bit of a radiation, but is that then alive and well? If there's enough radiation to make them be alive and well. Is that well? That's a good question. Enough pondering, it's time to act. Loyalty increased by Krieger. For some reason. We cannot just charge at them, that is. We can't change them either, but definitely can't charge at them. We need to split up. One group joins the fight, the other circles around the flank and makes for the gate. Why split? There's strength in numbers. And what if more mad men turn up? I'm not here to win a fight. I just want us to get out of this alive. How do we open the gate? It's sealed by the sign. If Rask managed, then so can we. On your guard. You there, follow me. The rest, to the gate. Okay. So I can choose how to select card to see description. Party. So this is the select a character to see their description. So indeed we are selecting who are going to be in the party with Greta and Thorn, but they will not be. Well, I guess I could be even separating one of them out of this group, but I think we'll be using both of them. You're a guard and you're a fighter. Then there's Krigar, Hoad. Hoad is an assassin. Fleet is an archer. I think we will definitely take Fleet. We have a decent relationship with him at least. So let's have Fleet here. Then Fisk is a spearman. Sop is a warrior, and Brett is also an archer. I kinda like the idea of having also an assassin, but yeah, I would assume that these two are definitely the best fighters in our group. They have the most, well, I don't know. I guess it's not exactly the case. You have the most health for sure. So in that sense, Krigar would be a good choice. What do you guys say? Who will we have in this group? Some are happy with their affliction. They might not win any beauty pageants, but a lot of them are rather content. Yeah, they ruin up, live a long time too. Yes, but happiness, contentment does not mean that they are alive and well. Or well does not mean that someone who is well is happy or someone that is happy is well. Like, radiation does not say if it's happy or well and all that. It depends. But yeah, I don't know. Kind of difficult to say. But also we can choose guards, I could assume. I'm not sure if I can or where I would need to be taking him. Okay, so I guess I just have these cards here in the deck. So I could be choosing which ones I have, and I have all of them already anyways. So I guess we'll have all of them. Maybe we should still have full group, question mark. I think at least one of every class. I like to do it that way. Yeah, I was thinking something like that, considering the assassin seems nice. I can relate in a sense. I'm ugly and happy. Not radiated though. No radiations for Tayunta. So you are also an archer, you are a spearman. Sop is a warrior. Krigar seems to be the better option than Sop though. Just for the, well, I don't know, I guess the health is the same. It's just a question then which one would we take. But Hoad I was thinking of taking anyways. I don't know if we really would need to take a spearman, but guess I might as well. But I was first thinking that do we actually have two groups that are, say, like both in the fighting or need to be fighting groups. But if that's not the case, then we can just choose a group whatever we wish. Maybe I should take Sop and not Krigar. Krigar can go and look into that. Pretty much he didn't even want to go into the battle, so maybe we should roleplay in the sense that he didn't want to kill them. So let's save Krigar from doing that, I guess. Archers are pretty good. Maybe take Brett and Flirt. They have arrows. Yeah, true enough. I can relate in a sense, yes, okay. Tayunta, not enough Cernopil fallout in you then. Yes, well, of course not, because Tayunta is too young. No possibility for that. Archers are pretty good. I dodged the bullet on that one too. We are way closer to that time period. Unfortunate, but true. Not that we were that close, but close to that region, but a lot closer to that time. Anyways. Maybe I'll take 2 archers. Then have the assassin and at least the 1 warrior. Let's try it like this, I guess. Sure. Let's have the boat of the archers. Not sure if I should have both of the archers there. Positioning. Place your units before start of battle. Yeah, I think I would prefer not to have you quite in that sort of positions. Maybe have you guys indeed a little bit more in the back. There is cover in here though, so I don't know if there should be even more purpose, or how far can they shoot, I guess is the question. Well, I guess we'll figure it out here soon enough. And then have you guys in here or something. Maybe I'll try something like this. Or have you guys a little bit in here like this then. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe so. I'll try this. Yeah, ready. I guess. Uranium half-life time is 4.5 million years. No need to rush. No need to rush at all. It's never too late. You can still go out to the zone and get irradiated. Yes, that is true, of course. I think I actually saw some pictures of the area. How the wilderness had taken over the city and so on over there. Rather recently. Already booked tickets. I'm flying to Chernobyl first thing tomorrow. It's interesting that you are learning this battle style with this and not Banner Sakakire. Well, hey, it's good that it's a little bit different. I just would need to actually remember that there's the time stuff going on as well. So, okay, deals 6 damage, dead shot. So, basically you can just shoot straight forward, but I guess that's fine. Let's take some of his energy, I guess. Okay, you had to move so much. I wasn't sure if you would, but fine enough then. I guess that's fine. He does definitely not have a lot of energy, so we should definitely go and do something about that. No. Maybe I should use you. And of course, definitely take off that energy. And then have your parry, more or less, on. He wasn't able to get that far at least. Okay. If I can go and even try to kill this guy, that would be of course kind of very nice. I guess we could try to go into here and then try to attack. Double strike, deals 18 damage. Reduces your attack by 1. Might be worth it though. He would definitely be dead, but of course we would lose actually quite a lot of health in that, so I'm not actually sure that's exactly worth it. Heavy strike uses most of our health, so let's just do a normal strike, I think. Yeah, it takes a little bit more health when we do it like this. Wasn't quite able to reach us, which I'm kind of happy with, as a matter of fact. I guess it might be needed that you go into here. Yeah, let's just go with you into there then, my warrior. 6 damage, increases your attack by 1. Deals 9 damage, a little bit of health. Stun starches pushes back an enemy unit by 2 tiles. I don't really need that right now though, so let's just do this one. And definitely that energy. So some extra attack power. Then you can try to see about maybe dealing with this guy to the end. Bloodletting. That we couldn't even do. So This guy is almost dead, just not quite yet. Which is kind of annoying. So, shot for energy. We could kill this guy. I guess I should just do that while I can. Or maybe I can't. 2. So yeah, he would actually be left alive with that shot. Dead shot I could do. I guess I could do it. But I can also try to kill just straight up this guy, so... But then that guy would be able to get here. I would prefer to do it then to this guy, I'd say. Well, both ways is dead, so let's just go and do that. Sure, you're using your life in that, but in this case, it's kind of nice when you're at least far away anyway, so it's not that big of an issue, I'd kind of say. That's no enough fun. Though, I would definitely prefer our archer to move away from being too close to this guy. So I think I will exactly do that. I'm not sure if you can actually try to shoot this guy, or should I just go enough into here to try to shoot this one? Maybe. You can do a little bit of damage. It's almost dead, that guy, after this shot. This arrow. That's decent. They really don't like you. That's no fun. At least both of them have moved, so that's kind of decent. And both of them are almost dead, for sure is. I should be able to kill you with this, yeah, I can. Some bloodletting. I killed someone with you, yay. Ow. That is kind of nice how they do have their own different movements based on, or like when they get hit, different movements based on what sort of a class they are, so to speak. Maybe we need to play Shadow of Cernobal next, maybe. Get out of here, Stalker. Cheek breaky. Yes. I've heard it so many times. Not sure what it means though. But when you hear it in almost every bite you're participating. I don't exactly know what it means either. Should really know. Yeah, just kill him. You can do it easily enough. Unless you can't get anywhere else than there. Okay. Maybe I'll bring you to deal with this guy a little bit. And then let's see. So this is pushes back an enemy. Increases defense, knockback. I guess this is the best, really. It's almost down in the energy if I do this at least. Which is decent. They really want to kill her, specifically. Why? Of course it's the case that I have to be using all of my guys when they can use now too. So that's kind of the reason why they can just all the time do these things, so to speak. Can't exactly... Retaliation. True energy increases your counterattack. Does not enter. Not sure how it exactly works, but I guess we'll see in the future. Let's get you down a little bit in the energy. They really want to kill Assassin and her. Both. Both of them are definitely the guys they want to kill. Oh, I'll just get rid of that energy for this guy. It's kind of fine. You're wounded, yes, but not too badly yet. I don't know, maybe I'll just get even more experience for you. Maybe. Sure. Maybe I should really get some more kills to other people, but now, of course, on the other hand, feeling that maybe I'm gonna get some more for her now then, when it happened to have a case, but possibility to do so. Let's not get the kill for you, I guess. Let's try to get it for the assassin, maybe, or one of the archers. I don't know. Archer did already have some experience, though. You should really probably even get out of that situation then, though. I'm not sure if this will be able to do it if I would be trying to kill you with this hit. It is just barely enough, so I guess we can get the kill for you on the other hand. Sure. I like the idea of having an assassin anyway, so... Well, I guess that's okay. May I just kill him? Aren't you cold-blooded, Kireta? Well, they're not really alive, they're the ones attacking us. Following the scuffle, you notice more guards with weapons at the ready in a nearby alley. You run to the gate. Why is it not open yet? Do you want to go through this again? Krieger kicks the sealed gate in anger. Shit, that damn Rask made it through somehow. Think, what can we do? Cleda suddenly remembers. Rask swiped something along the gap between the gates. Do you recall what he said? Silver could come in handy. We have Mom's necklace. You pull the silver trinket from the back and toss it to Krieger. He shrugs and slides it along the gap. The Reaper's sigil fades away and the gate creaks open. Krieger laughs hysterically. Well, I'll be damned. Silver. The silver worked. They're in the winch now. You and your company rush into the open. As soon as you close the gates behind you, the Reaper's sigil seals them with a hiss. Soon enough, Wisp begins to bound at the other side. The bell still tolls over Albius. You look at your companions. I must save my daughter. And you, since you've decided to join me, at least those who still wish to carry on, will try to make it to the nearest men here. It might help. Onward. Yay, we were able to exit, at least. So those that attack us are not alive. Well, they are alive, but they weren't themselves, but can they become to be themselves again is the other question, I think, is the question rather. They were alive, but like in a way that are they really is kind of the question, I guess. Golden earring, anyways, and some cash. A plain golden earring normally worn by sailors or lesser merchants. Perhaps there's a story behind it, but there is no one to tell it. Energy +1. Okay. Make a camp and talk to people the first thing you do when you can. Okay. Alrighty, current goal. The healing power of the sacred stone is the only hope for saving your daughter. You must travel to the nearest men here. Had to clear our throat a little bit. I do also have some water here at least. Thornbrenning. You look at the road leading west. There are hoofprints and even dry drops of blood in the dust. You conclude. It looks like Rank's pursuers went that way. Krieger, do you think we should try and catch up with him? There's more to that old man than the eye can see. In fact, I have a hunch he knows more about the reaping than anyone else. Krieger scratches his head. I can't believe that. I saw him open the sealed gate. He definitely knows something. We can still catch up with him, but this road doesn't take you straight to the men here. Rask got a head start, but his horse is no prize. We can go after him, but we'll lose an entire day, if not more. You start having doubts. And we may lose him. He's still got those nutty guards on his tail. They could have finished him off already. I have to make a decision now. So, which way do we wish to go? Where's the camping possibility anyways? The reaping 1 signs of trouble. Strixis 150, gold 3500. Morale is low on the day 0. Oh, there's a camp. So I guess I can do this from here. First, that we can set a camp before we choose which way to go and travel. So we can talk to different people. The fleet. The whippersnappers with the scroll yet again. Time and again you scolded him in the barracks and now he's reading here. Always just reading. Let's talk to fleet. Hey, friend, have you found a manuscript even here? Vincent, I picked it up near the gates in Alpius. I've already read it. It's the history of Frisia. Nothing interesting. So, what do they have to say about Frisia? The same, the three kingdoms, Gordin, Gordan, and Ingordin. They are noblemen and even royal houses, but the Temple of Divine Frat's power is nearly infinite. I heard... I don't understand. What does almost infinite even mean? Scratching the back of his head. Yeah, right. By the way, our temple servants keep saying that the power of the temple can be only limited by the power of the gods. The only way to complain is through the temple servants, though. You'll have to pay a bit extra, too. Why didn't you stay in Oda? Are you asking me why I left the archives again? I really wanted to become a warrior. I still do, but it's a different kind of a choice. Not whether to be a scribe or a warrior. More about being a warrior scribe, not a weakling scribe. What did your father think about that? He was a royal scribe, you said so yourself. Too bad I never visited the royal archives in Oda. No one would have let me inside anyway. I'd be happy to see you, Torn. You're the reason he sent me here. I can tell you, he wasn't always a royal scribe. He sailed with you to the Vale. An ordinary seaman. That's why I had the feeling that we've met before. Yes, my father and I are like two peas in a pod. He's gone completely grey, though. He was a ginger once. His name was Flit, like yours. A bit younger. Everyone saw him as a boy. You should give him my deepest gratitude if you can. He sends you his gratitude. Well, actually, he did. A year ago. What are your plans for after the reaping, Flit? Smiling. No matter how hard I think about it, it seems I have almost no chance of surviving this reaping. Not because I won't run for the hills and hide, it's because I'm not a hero, Torn. Only heroes survive. I don't want him to die. You're wrong, Flit. What is it then? Aren't heroes the ones overcoming adversaries and escaping battles unharmed? Or recovering from their wounds and paging glory? Only these kind of stories are written in the books. What happens in real life? Heroes die, even more often. Only the lucky survive. It doesn't really matter if they fight bravely or die in the ditches. Call me. Whatever you say, Torn. I will accept it. You should put the reading aside and rest then. Hiding the manuscript. I might erase the scribbles and start describing our journey. It may be a way to leave a mark behind for future generations. Just try to avoid leaving a mark with your blood, Flit. I'm smiling. Nice one, Torn. It's hard to joke about that, but you're quite good at it. Hey, yay, we're good at joking. You can put your weapon down, Torn, at least in conversations. Why, though? If you like to have your sword in hand, why can't you have your sword in hand? What's so bad about that? Talk about being high-strung. Don't just follow Svelizaretti's way of communication. Yeah, it's a good way to communicate. At least he has a great teacher, yes, obviously. What about you, Brett? Hope Brett didn't get himself into a mess like he did in Albius. Sitting all alone again, Brett. Hope you aren't shaking in your boots over what's to come. Not at all, Captain. You can get used to anything, and I've already grown accustomed to the fact that something's not right in this world. Besides, I'm hardly alone. I'm in good company. You didn't just come to ask how I'm feeling though, did you? You're right. There's something else left to discuss. Can't help but point out that you're quite perceptive for your age. Always observant, trying to get to the bottom of things. That's not just talent either, it's the result of your training. Where did you get your training apart from the Albius Regiment? I couldn't remember all of it, even if I tried. I don't settle anywhere for long. The moment I learn my way around and make some progress, I get transferred elsewhere. Seems like Albius is the longest I've stayed in one place. Someone may be deliberately preparing you for something. Didn't you consider that? I've been entertaining the idea, even though maybe they want to mold me into some sort of spy. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm best at making connections between what I see and what I know. I'm sure we'll put this talent of yours to good use. Aren't you a son of some nobleman? Okay, Flame Ruchi, I hope you will sleep well. Good night and sweet dreams. Hardly can keep my eyes open anymore. Damn sleepy. Alrighty. But okay, good. I hope you have a great weekend and a good week as well ahead of you, Flame Ruchi. See you next weekend then. Good night, sweet dreams. Okay, smirking. No, Captain. Well, some bastard maybe. I never knew my father, but I've been looking after for all of my admittedly short life. They're always concerned about me. They help my mother and see to my education. However, I know neither my benefactor's name nor motives. And you never yearned to learn more. Of course I did, but either my teachers didn't know anything or got enough gold to keep mom about it. My benefactor also convinced my mom that I'd be better off in blissful ignorance. Quite a puzzle they left you. Hope you managed to find the answer. Do you have any surprises in store for me? With a hint of a smile. Same as everyone else, Captain. I mean, our squad's full of peculiar characters, as if we've been gathered here by the gods for some higher purpose. Agreed. Everyone's got their strengths and weaknesses. Since you're so perceptive, mind telling me about my weaknesses? Weakness. Cleda is your strength, and your weakness. None of us come close to that. Something about her elevates her above most folk. I don't mean her looks either, but something on the inside. A kind of spark, or a flame. I don't know how to put it exactly. Smiling. You're right about that. Cleda's also exceptionally stubborn. Always wanting it her own way. Got that from her mother. Or maybe from me. I guess that's all I wanted to know. Then allow me to question two. Question 2. Do you think we'll survive the reaping? I do. Otherwise, all we do is pointless. I'll push onwards with all my strength. Hope you'll do the same. I'll try. Sometimes I lack the necessary fortitude. Everywhere around me, I see signs of the end of the world as we know it. However, with you by my side, I'm seeing this in a different light, Captain. Maybe my logic isn't sound and we do have a chance, whatever that might be. With a hint of confusion. Well, thanks for the kind words, if that was your intention. If that was your intention. Okay, so then there's Krieger, continued journey, squad management. Gotta be looking into that. What about you, Krieger? I guess I could have read that text too. Don't you want to head your own way, say, to Oda? Spitting. You mean go to my 5? She's likely praying this misfortune takes me away. As for the children, they're too young to understand anything. So you don't even care for them? Do you remember the incident with the king of Odala? Do you mean the time he came to Albius and Trobold had a digestive trouble? You can't forget that in a lifetime. I had to walk around wearing your ceremonial cuirass. I had to make a speeches. It was the most terrible day of my life. You were promoted to captain because of that day. Yeah, Troubled kept yelling that I owed him a barrel of wine for my captain's badge. He wouldn't let me go until he got what he wanted. That said, he came to his senses really quickly after that. Man up, Krieger. If it gets too bad, set your jaw. Time is a river that carries away happiness and sorrow alike. You did your duty as best you could. You didn't cover in a hole, trampling. I should have hidden though. Would have been easier. I could have pretended to be a madman. You can still pretend. It's a kind of way out. They can chop you into pieces though, just like you did with the madman. I don't recognize you, Krieger. Gloomily. I don't recognize myself either. I've looked for something inside to hold on to, but I found nothing. My past is in ruins. Dropo likes to say, don't grease my brains with silver, do that to my palm. You should stop digging into your soul, onto your collar, and feel the scar across your chest. Friday. I remember that winter march in the Keponan Mountains, and that fellow from Oda stumbling into the bear's lair, and the way I hit the beast right in the face with my fist. It grazed me with a claw. Need you remind me how you saved my life? I must remind you how you saved the boy. Yes, I pulled him out of the lair, but couldn't throw my sword. That's how the beast grabbed me. I hit him with my own free hand. You finished the beast off. That was a nice blow. It was a 3-year-old, not a big one, but he went down. I can't imagine how much it hurt if you hit me. You shouldn't forget about the regiment. I'd hope. That's all that keeps me going. I ran from Albius for a reason. Isn't that right, Dorn? I was saving my lads. I mean, Flit, Somp, Holt, Brent. They're my regiment, right? The others simply went mad. They weren't mad, Krieger. The reaping turned them into animals. Perhaps they come to their senses, but you did everything right. You shouldn't have stayed in the city. Longingly. I don't know about that now. Barricading ourselves in your house could have been the right thing to do. But who knows? Maybe Albius has already burned to the ground. Whatever happens next, you did everything right. Maybe it burned out. You have 3 rooms in the barracks and I have a home. Think about those 4 lads. Even one of them is a sufficient excuse. I don't want to make any excuses, Thorn. I also don't want honor or glory. Wanting good to warm my spirits, people waiting for me. Hoping that I'm alive and well alive at least. You'd better go to sleep, Krieger. Maybe. There's something else. You know there's something moving inside me. A terrible thing. Or maybe I'm terrible. I want to take a sword and stab everyone. Or maybe myself. Maybe the madness is taking its toll. I think that everyone was affected. Even the plague recoiled from our Strixes. Even if the plague. Don't attack anyone. Keep it together, friend. I don't need the trouble of having to watch you. Alrighty. Then to squad management, whatever that will exactly do. Okay, so there I can choose what is our party, and at the moment then I have this party. And also you would have a level up. So I can have a look into that, however that's going to be working out. Pleda, fighter level 2. So yeah, you're the first one to actually get a level up. To health, skill, double strike, -2 to cooldown. It's just a dangerous skill to use when it uses so much health. Nimble plate. Heavy strike, next rank, -8 health to cost of the ability. That could be nicer because it uses a lot of health to use. Solid cover, skill cover, next rank, +3 to energy. Increases your energy by 4, and all damage received is dealt to the health. Of course, this we couldn't even take. I guess I'll take the nimble plate, so it doesn't cost quite as much health. It at least seems slightly better to take. Can try to do some better shots and all that. I wonder where I exactly can see how much exactly you have experience here. It is 6 out of 10. So you had 11 out of 20 now. You have 6 out of 12. 3 out of 10. 2 out of 10. 3 out of 10. 4 out of 10. 5 out of 10. 2 out of 10. So on and forth. Krieger had 2 out of 10 too. Yeah. Increases your defense. Well. Plain golden earring, normally worn by sailors or lesser merchants. Who would want this? Who would want specifically energy? Is kind of partly a problem when I don't remember what all I can do really well with the energy. So it's like, I don't know who needs it. Should I give it to you or someone else? Maybe I'll give it to you just because first item and all that. So maybe that's good. Okay, so that would have just brought us into here back. That's fine. Don't think there's exactly need to be doing anything special in there. It just feels like I should be resting, but we just can go and continue our journey from here. Okay, so we had a little bit of a camp, but then it's the 3 different choices. So this is the Coal Burners track, Northern Road, or Stone Bridge. The Erin Tower, the Sacred Stone is the only hope for saving your daughter. You must travel to the nearest menhir. Where can we exactly see where is the nearest menhir? Is there a specific mark in the goal, or is it just that it's indeed in one of these directions? Does this mean that he would have traveled into this way? Does it mean that he would have traveled this way? I'm not quite sure about that. Which way might he have traveled? I don't see a sign which would be telling me much about it. Okay. Additional... Confirm route. I guess I should be doing the select the route possibility first and then see what it tells. Once well-trodden and convenient, this road was abandoned when the bridge became dangerously decrepit. Okay. What about this then? A track that connects Albius and the Watchtower, recently built near the abandoned Gold Burners village. The gold burning business has moved, but the name stuck. Okay. Or Stone Bridge, a low stone bridge that carries the wide solid road over a rapid mountain river. Which way do we go? Dunefort Menhir is nearest. Dunefort Menhir. So, it is possible to see here somewhere. Dunefort Village. Ah, yeah, okay. Dunefort Menhir. So is Menhir always marked with a triangle? I could assume so. So then this basically would be the quickest route to that way. If we don't want to be taking some safer route. This is probably, so to speak, the riskier. I said there's no bridge there. So it's the riskiest. Just straight through the wilderness without taking the road. But there's own bonuses and bad sides with that. So that's indeed then the question. Do we just... This seems to... Well, I don't know. It might be also a good enough of a choice to just go into that watchtower and then try to travel from there all the way into this direction. It's not that bad. Here, we would go into here, and then could go again from there or from here, basically. Those are the options. If we want to follow the guide, it's the most left route. How do we know that? Or was it just known about the fact that there was mention of the bridge? Because at the moment I wouldn't know it. I otherwise just was thinking that I kind of actually would maybe like to go to the left as in Stonebridge route, but I'm not sure how to exactly get that information from here yet. At least from the map. The number of days elapsed since the start of the game influence the stats of your character's morale, okay? Strixes, the characters will begin dying when their reserve dries up. Lovely. Gold can be used to buy useful things, maps and Strixes from merchants. Good. The higher the reaping grade is, the higher the difficulty. Click to learn more, okay? Shows your position. Here you can see the primary active goal of your protagonist, yes. The number of routes. Center them up on your character's position, yes. We are just in the Albius. Yeah, I don't know. But we could very well go into there and then use a secret path, for example, to travel all the way into here. Maybe I'll do that. It seems like a nice idea, even though I'm kind of interested about this route too. But it was kind of mentioned in the conversation, but it was so vague that I didn't know when I played. I just know it now. Yeah, I was thinking about it as a possibility from the way they mentioned the bridge, but I do think that they should have at least marked it somehow into here that, okay, which way might he have gone, or specifically in the road description said that this was the way that they were going. I think would have been a smart way to do it, but I'll go into there because I was thinking about it anyways before I even was knowing that they would actually, or he would have gone to this direction. I was just interested about the idea of going into here. Because, okay, it's good, Stonebridge and all that, and then this is a decent secret path all the way into there anyways. Even though it feels like it's the one that is the worst direction to get quickly to the Dunefort Menhir, so that's kind of the problem may have, but let's go that way. A remnant of Gebron's former glory, a decrepit fortification of the Burgund Road garrisoned by the Yaran border guard. So, a lone stone bridge that carries the wide solid road over a rapid mountain river. Sure. Let's go that way. Whatever may be. Leave the Geponan Tower. You couldn't catch Rask. It's time you go to the Menhir. Okay, corpses. Several dead bodies lay at the foot of the tower. You warily approach the bodies, but keep Gleda and the soldiers away as soon as you realize how grisly the sight is. The victims' faces and ears have been cut off. Kirikar grows pale at the sight of the slaughter. Shit. These are the guardsmen who were chasing after Rask. All 12 of them. I recognize their uniforms. What kind of monster did this? The poor bastards had fives and Silthren. You examine the corpses. Masterful work. They were each slain by a single blow, either to the neck or between the ribs. Look, there's the weapon, stuck in one of the boar's sots. The handle's broken. It's Rask's axe. The captain's eyes widen in realization. I'll be damned if it isn't Rask's. Used to hang on the wall in his shop. Remarkable piece. I'd never seen another like it. But why would he butcher the corpses? You turn away from the bodies. Only Rask can answer that. I'm afraid one day he'll answer for this savagery. For now, let's decide on a course of action. Should I search the corpses or just bury them? It just feels like it's the right thing to do to search them. Krieger watches you disapprovingly. What's this for, Thorn? They didn't have Strixes, otherwise they wouldn't have gone mad. What do you hope to find? Well, I got some gold. Even if the loyalty is of course decreased, so that's good. Western Road. Rask could have gone west. You can examine the road to find out. Or Southern Road. Tower. The tower looks empty. It shouldn't. Let's go and look at the tower. I was thinking about burying them or that it would be a good idea, but... You attempt to enter the tower, but discover that the door is latched from the inside. It's scratched and dented. Somebody obviously tried hacking through it with a weapon. Predictably, when you knock, nobody answers. Walk around the tower. You discover vertical slits, defect in the masonry that makes up the tower's back wall. Despite their proximity to the ground, they've been used as portholes. They're too narrow to climb to, but you can peek into the tower's interior. Peek inside? Inside, the tower is steeped in gloom, yet you can still make out the upended furniture and puddle of blood. It seems you found the Yeranans. Yeranans? What is Yeranans? Try to break open the door? Despite the efforts of your companions, the cursed door holds fast. It seems to be a sturdy part of the tower. Climb through the window? You need to send someone up the eroded tower wall. Not everyone is agile enough to climb that high and squeeze through the narrow window. Well, will I wanna be risking this? It is risky. It is risky. I think Fleet, well, Cleda would probably do better, or Brett. Hode, probably not. I think Hode was a little bit heavier build, so I don't think Hode would be a good choice, for sure. Serana is a nation, I think, and this is their watchtower. I think she probably would be the best. But, of course, if she gets wounded, that's a really bad thing for us. But I'm gonna send Cleda, sure. She's gonna do fine, right? You picture her daughter falling from such a height and promptly abandon the idea. Of course you would. Would then Brett or Flit be better, but I just don't wanna send Flit. Flit was still the guy who was described to, so I'm not sure if he's quite the best choice. Brett? Brett snorts and starts climbing the tower wall. Mere inches from the window, he loses grip and falls to the ground. Luckily, he doesn't break his neck, but he's badly bruised. Yep. Okay, it's a bad idea. Minor injury. Brett has a minor injury. At least nothing worse than minor injury, but... Okay, Hode was our assassin and pretty light. You probably thought about someone else. Alrighty then. I wasn't sure anymore. It's the problem when I can't remember all of their names. For sure, Wiz. Because I thought that Hode was the one other guy. Brett might have been the warrior too, so maybe that's the thing that I was thinking. Because Fleet, I better remember. But I sent Hode, by the way, and he got inside. Yeah, I don't remember all the names. There's too many names for me to remember all of them. I remember Krieger and Cleda and Flint, but not all of them have talked that much. Like Hode, for example, hasn't talked much. Well, whatever. Now, let's have a look into the southern road. You examine the road to the south and discover clots of earth, presumably left by horses joining the main track from the nearby dirt road. There must have been at least a dozen riders, and they passed through very recently. The earth is still fresh. The mysterious hoofprints make you uneasy. Soldiers from Odala or Girana would have stopped to check on the guard's men. Unwelcome visitors to Bergana can only mean trouble. Oh. There are no hoofprints on the road. In a quarter league, the ground becomes rocky. There's no way to tell if anyone rode west. You are frustrated that you couldn't intercept Rask, or at least track where he went. You tell Krigar your worries. Krigar spits. Pastor Rask is as good as gone now. I'm sure he went to either into Gebona, where you can ride for a day and not come across a single settlement. Lately, even the robbers have sort of died out. There's nothing for us to do in Gebona. You begrudgingly agree. Well, I relied on my luck, but it failed me. We've no other choice but to head to the men here in Dunfort village. So it will be. Brett was, I think, the unknown nobleman's son. Yes, I agree, but he doesn't look like... I think he was still an archer, which in that case means that he isn't that bad of a choice, from my point of view. Like Krieger, Sop was the warrior, but yeah, Brett was the guy who was the archer, the second archer, but he's relatively light. But yeah, I didn't remember Hode's name. Hode was to have been the assassin, but I didn't want to send Fleet for sure. Because I remembered Fleet, but I didn't remember Hode. I probably would have remembered Sop if it would have been an option, but for example, there's also the Fisk guy, so I was a little bit uncertain about that then too. What about Fisk? Minor injury. How will it exactly affect you? Maybe you shouldn't be then heal party. No, I don't think that's the best option there though. Anyways, I guess we'll be continuing. But yeah, I remembered Brett correctly, but because I thought that Hode would have been someone else than the assassin, then it would have been the two archers that we would have chosen from, and I definitely rather sent Brett than the Flint guy. So. Mountain pathway or the secret path. Mountain pathway, a barely visible mountain path diving into the cliffs, hiding under fallen rocks, and breaking apart where the ground is cracked. Or the secret path, an inconspicuous path across the highlands, slightly powered with dust and sand and unmarked in any way. Sure, we'll go there. I wanna do the secret path. Okay. Suddenly you come across a blood-curdling scene which looks like a site of a massacre. A plundered guard is surrounded by scores of dead bodies. You notice fallen guards who had performed their duty to the last breath, unarmed travelers, and evidently some bandits whom their mates did not bother to bury. Look for survivors, just in case. One of your companions finds a gravely wounded man lying in the bush. He is still alive, but unconscious. You dress his wound, hoping that he might survive. In this instant, a company of guards rides into sight. They promise to treat the wounded man, so you leave him in their care and carry on with your journey. Your companions are happy that they were able to help the survivor. I'm happy too, yay! Woohoo, some morale. The Frisians invaded Bergana. Hordes of northerners are already marching across the lands of the Five Kingdoms. Okay, great. The Frisians have invaded Bergana. That sounds good. Sounds like a pleasant thing. That just invasion's gone and happening in the meantime in these lands. So we are in the Kingdom of Odala. I just want really far away. Quite a nice little bit of picture there. Capona Mountains, Ursus, whatever that place is. Quite a big map, for sure is. But anyways, we shall continue on the secret path, as it is. Otherwise made it safely back into here, I mean. A lone horseman comes into sight of the outskirts of Dunfort village. His horse barely trudges along. It looks like it galloped without rest. The rider, just as exhausted, doesn't notice you until you catch up to him. Krieger raises himself in the stirrups, glares at the traveler and shouts, "Well, if it isn't Ramlin. Wait, you knucklehead, you. Don't you recognize your commander?" Taken aback, the lad hunches his shoulders, but then sighs in relief when he recognizes Krieger. "Hello, Captain Krieger. What brings you here? I'm on my way home. Not that far off, in fact." Krieger squints to scan the nearby houses. "Your village isn't going anywhere, and your horse needs some rest anyhow. You'll ride the poor thing to death, you bonehead. Get off before it crushes you." Ramlin gets off the horse, and the exhausted animal collapses. You give the young guard a scornful glance and dismount in order to talk to him. "Sure, let's talk to the boy." "Get your breath, boy. Take it easy. Now tell me one thing. We passed a dozen hamlets yesterday, but didn't see a single person. Do you know what's going on?" Vandin, I don't know. I didn't stop by any hamlets. In fact, I didn't stop at all. "Did you notice anything strange on your way?" The footprints, maybe. Lots of them. Looks like a party of horseback. Larger than yours. I didn't see them even though I rode without rest, but my guess is that they're heading for our men here." "We noticed that too. I can't imagine what company this could be. It's too big for a Berkanan patrol. Could it be bandits? I hope they don't find their way into your village." "Never seen any bandits in these parts. We're not rich, and there are several bows and lances in every home. They lose more than they gain. There's also a watch around the men here, and they would come to our aid." "Alright, we'll deal with those mysterious horsemen later." How did you ever manage to ride for so long?" "Well, I know sort of an incantation. Fucks you up a bit. Learned it from my grandma. She's one of the Vandals. They know their stuff." "Can you back us up?" "Not yet, too tired. Besides, I'm a bit of a weakling compared to my grandma. She's very skilled, and she's also got special powders and poultices." "Well, definitely see your grandma on the way back. I hope she sells us some potions to keep us healthy." "Well, we have to set out." "Yes, of course. I'll drop by Grandma's and then head off to men here. I suppose I'll return to Stein afterwards. Don't think me a deserter, Captain." "Just go already. Nobody accused you of anything. Visit your grandma and return to the watchtower. We are too preoccupied to care." So we travel. You pass a village. Its empty streets strike you as odd. A feeling of foreboding sets in, but you struck it off. Right now, your only goal is the men here. Everything else comes second. The villagers must have gathered near the sacred stone, Blitz says. It's a holiday after all. You are relieved. Indeed, villagers near the Menhirs traditionally post spring festivities. Lost in thought, you don't immediately hear someone addressing you. Blit calls to you again, pointing at the road. There's something smoking there, and scavengers circle the black plumes. You slow down to take a closer look. Okay. That doesn't seem very promising. Seems pretty bloody, I'd say. Not quite promising. And a lot of scavenger vultures around. And then crossing the bridge, I guess, soon enough. But yeah, we did stop in here. A heap of corpses rest in the middle of the road. So many bodies, men and women, old and young, even children. There's a scaffold and some spears sticking out of the ground. The smell of blood makes you lightheaded. You trot closer, pulling back on the reins. Scorched and torn asunder, all these people died without making a sound. Their mouths choked with dirt, hacked limbs lie nearby. You turn around, slowly. Cleda stands close by, clenching the hilt of her sword. The others stand further back, frozen in place. Cleda sobs. She's petrified, unable to get a word out. She runs off on limp limbs, stick to her stomach. You order your men to help Cleda and to keep their distance. A quiet howl draws your attention. You notice a pregnant woman struggling under the pile of corpses. She's been severely mutilated and won't last long without aid. It seems the woman will deliver her child within a matter of hours. If you leave her here to die, the child dies with her. But if you bring her along, she'll be a great burden, not to mention the baby, if it survives, that is. I have to try to help, no matter how much it would be a burden. You wade through the corpses and pull the woman out from under the pile. Your companions come to your aid. You don't have a healer, and it's pointless to return to the village. These corpses are all that's left of it. Seems like you'll have to bring the woman to the men here. We can at least try to do that. These are not exactly favorable looking. You stop your company on the bridge. Suspicious figures stand on the other side. The watchman bodies hang nearby, close to the blood-soaked men here. Great, blood-soaked men here. Flit grows pale. Aren't they NCs? The old chronicles call them abominations. I've read about them. Wielders of enchanted blades that can fly. Riptide is upon us. You draw your sword. They've noticed us. Be on your guard. There are no fools scattering near the bridge. We'll have to dismount. Don't all of you swarm the bridge. You'll only get in each other's way. Leda, look after the wounded girl. You order some of your companions to get to the bridge, and tell the others to guard the rear. It feels like the NCs want you on the bridge so they can bring it down. That's dangerous then, I'd say. So Cleda won't be in that, so let's give this at least to someone else. I guess I'll give it to Hode, for example. Krigar, I guess. If we won't be taking Brett now, even though I would like to have another archer, but it's a little bit of a problem when he's already wounded. Nonetheless. This is a great place to be fighting. I should have really taken the other archer. Can I go back and change it still? This is really not a good place to be having people like this. I don't know. This is very much bad regardless. I guess there's not much I can do about this. I did forget to use the cards last time around completely anyways. I might as well try to use you if I could, but you're too far to actually shoot anyone at the moment anyways. Let's see. About the guards on the other hand. What was there? Defense by 10. Sure, I'll give you the defense. You're on there anyways, on top so to speak. So, it's not the worst idea. Okay, you can launch from future back. Not the favorable thing for sure is. Actually, maybe I'll move with you and take into position, so to speak. Increases your defense by 4. Does not end turn. Retaliation. I guess I could try to activate it. Can I activate both? No. Only one of them. Let's have that then, maybe. Just this, I think. That will almost take you at least down. For the moment, that is. Okay, it even has some sort of a retaliation. This will be a problem though, this fight, I'd say. For sure is. Okay, I don't know what you did actually. You did some sort of a skill. Clearly enough. Well, let's try to get you. It increases your defense anyway, so that should be great. And at least we get him a little bit more down. I can't say that's nice though. Your turn. I'm not sure if any of us has something that could be attacking a little bit future, other than the archer. So let's see. 6. That's not gonna kill it yet, which is unfortunate, but I guess that's as good as it gets. At this moment. This is kind of a strange type of fight though, that much I can certainly say. I guess I'll just bring you back into here. Well, I don't know, maybe I should have seen if the swordsman or he could actually have done something. Sure, just skip turn. There's not much we can do during the current round. Okay, I just needed to agree to it, so to speak. You need to press those not turn stopping skills the second time to activate them. You didn't actually activate it. Yes, I would have recommended into taking all your longer range classes into the fight, but I was too slow typer. Yeah, Spearman has light long range attack, and I think Assassin too. Assassin even too. Well, a shame that I didn't put him into there, but can't really do much about that right now. I was thinking that this guy might indeed be one that I should be having rather in this position, but I was thinking that maybe I want to be changing this guy position, but it's a little bit too late right now, so unfortunate but true. Well, let's just wait. There's not much else we can do right now. You're being annoying. So, one option is that I just take you backwards, for example. Or I take you a little bit forward to just kill this guy first. Which is actually not the worst option either, because then we have a space there to take, for example, him into. So yeah, let's just do parry. Have some extra defense from that. At least one of them would be dead, so that's something. Yeah, as such, I guess it's a decent idea anyways to have you a little bit more in the back, so to speak, for this reason. This is unfortunately is too far anyway, so as such I need to use you anyways, or move you with in some way or another, so I guess I'll just move you into here, and then I'll move with you, and then see what else I'll do exactly. So, yeah, just increase your defense, that's fine, I guess. It's sometimes just strange to be doing that twice, but yes, it's fine. Sometimes pressing the wrong buttons. So, Furious Strike or the Onslaught? Furious Strike is probably the one that I should rather still do than the other one. Let's see what the options would be with this. It's still almost getting you down with the energy, but it's not a big difference. It does stun, but pushes back an enemy unit. I'm not sure even if I want to be pushing him back that much, so... Not the most fun, guys, for sure is. You can try to do that, so let's just move you into there then. My spearman. But yeah, that was what I was thinking, that my spearman can at least for sure do something from this sort of a position. But yeah, I didn't know how much space they would have. If I knew that it was for just this little space, for sure, because it could have been a little bit bigger bridge, then I certainly would have wanted to have at least another archer, for sure. Absolutely. No question about that. Would I prefer to rather fire upon you? Maybe, just to get your energy completely down. So I did use the very good arrow, so it did take your health, which is a little bit worrisome. Not necessarily too bad, but a little bit worrisome. I guess I'll just get you up here too now. So maybe I'll use you there soon-ish. Maybe. At least it's not that bad of a situation. Who do I want to use first? Shelters. Increases your attack by 1. Maybe I'll use you with the piercing strike first. You would almost get him down completely. Which is okay. Not amazing, but okay. So I could also try to just shoot this guy, I guess. Yeah, you would be able to kill him, so let's do that. That's decent. They're doing stuff there. Quite a bit. I guess I could even try to get all the way over here, because that would of course give us a little bit of an extra space. This just uses quite a lot of energy, which I'm not quite sure that's worth it, but is that worth the risk? That's a good question. I could try to go just there and do a parry, which would be okay-ish, I guess. I'm kind of tempted to go and do that, even though I do feel that it's kind of risky route to go through. Anger. Shelter. Or one option to go into here and kill this, so we have some route here to walk on. Which I guess is also an option. Sure. I guess that's not the worst idea either. Though I'm not sure if it matters if then they would have our back. I guess it could matter, actually. Well, I guess we'll see about it when we kill this guy. I could assume that it does matter, but I have no idea. Well, you're damaging my spear guy. Which I'm not sure I'm quite that happy about. Don't have the very best positions for sure. Touch of Chaos. Energy by 2 to all party members. That's not really that amazing. I could reduce your health maybe, but maybe I don't really need it right away. In some sense. I'll just move forward with you, I guess. Yeah, I don't think that any of you guys were able to get anywhere better anyways at the moment, so I guess I'll just move with you as far as I can right now and have some defense. I don't think back attacks are a thing. Okay, good to know. You still didn't actually activate the not turn stopping skill. Ah, yeah, because I was just thinking that I activated them already, but it didn't happen. Well, it's not too big of an issue. Silly, of course, but not too big of an issue. Because I thought that you meant not turn stopping, as in meaning that I didn't yet manage to actually stop the turn because I was pressing the wrong buttons and so on and forward. Which then wasn't the case, but that's what I thought at that moment anyways. Oh, let's move forward. Let's just activate that for you too. And then end the turn. Just a little bit of a damage. Not too serious. Speed up. Increases running distance by 2. Well, doesn't really help too much at this moment. I just have to move a little bit forward with you first. Okay. You're buffing. You can move now, so I think I'll move you into here. Because I can. And then attack you. Your energy is at least quite a bit lower. I don't like you doing that to our spearman. I'm not sure how badly that will then affect him. But at least he doesn't have any more energy, so I guess I'll try to kill someone else instead, or damage this guy's energy because that happened. Maybe I shouldn't have let that happen, or well, I'm pretty sure I shouldn't have let that happen, but anyways, can't really be completely helped right now. And you're just using that guy all the time now. Okay, so how do I want to try to do this? Maybe I can do the dead shot. Would that be good enough? It's almost going to kill you. So no, it's not completely good enough. Exhausting shot. To energy and reduces defense of an enemy unit by 5. 14 health, 200% of attack. But yeah, that's just minus that. I would be worried about your health then though, for sure is. So I think I would have to try to rather attack with you first if I'm going to. I guess I'll activate this. So that all damage received is dealt to energy. I think it's probably going to be a good option at this point. Because you have so... well... not that great of a health amount, I'd say. Now then, can I go and try to just kill this guy with you? Specifically with this one. You have enough health, that is, so... let's just try to get rid of this guy. Thank you. At least no others would be dying. Can't really do much with you, so... just end the turn. Ow. I would prefer to get out of it to you from there. I'll try to see if this would be doing something beneficial. I'm not sure how much this actually did damage. It's 5 damage, so it's not that bad. Parry. Pushes back an enemy. Yeah, just this. Little bit more parry. Just you always getting, this guy getting all the time a little bit more damage. Just a little bit more damage, and all the time just a little bit more. I'm kind of tempted to just get out of the Fae way right now. And indeed, we didn't have this yet. Oh, or we could be activating this and then attacking. sure. Not sure if this is going to be good enough though, considering your health is very low and we can't get most or anyone into there. Maybe I shouldn't do it then. Definitely not that though. So I would just move you into here maybe. Get you into a position so that at least we can get someone else to fight there too. If he still comes to you, then fine enough, but at least you have the retaliation. Okay. Okay, I didn't know that attack to be the case. That sucks. Obviously enough, that sucks quite badly, but there's not much I can do about it now then, is there? Which is the problem. Certainly isn't. I had no idea that was the case. That sucks. Because, like, I thought that your energy was also down, but I guess you just got more of it anyway, so... yeah, that's absolutely just sucks. Actually, you can also try to go and shoot a little bit more, so I think you will. Maybe you can at least take his energy down, which I think will be nice. At least his energy is down, so maybe he can't continually do that. But I think he's also going to go down because of this, which is kind of annoying because I didn't know he had that attack. Maybe I don't remember how exactly I was able to investigate it. Yeah, on everyone on the line. It's the problem when I don't look properly enough into something like this. So he would have done the offerings and cures, mass defenses, and now then there's just a Fig Blast, which he's using all the time, lovelily. So, yeah, and I don't think I had anything to do anything more about it. Well, I do have this. If I use this, you're gonna die, right? So, guard helped us win without him also going down. Yay! But unfortunately, yeah, this happened. He got an injury, so that's very sad. I shouldn't have gotten that injury. At least we got some more Strixes, and we got a card. Cure, you have 4 out of 4 fragments of this card. Well, that's nice. There's some gold. 5 XP, 3 XP, 3, 3, 5, 3. You got also 5 XP. You notice Ramlin on the bridge. He totters along with lifeless eyes. You know the horrors he's seen and want to approach him, but Cleda beats you to it. Ramlin hugs her and starts crying, nearly choking on his tears. You can't bring yourself to interrupt them. Cleda tries to calm him down, and you listen to his jumbled account of what happened in the empty village. Judging by the bloodstains, some of the bodies were thrown in the river, and some... He goes silent, and you turn your attention to the men here. Welp. We won the battle. With a casualty, yes, but we kinda won. Kind of, at the very least. I guess I have to choose, because these are red actions. In spite of everything he went through, the lad seems to have regained his senses, or a lone survivor sits near the men here. And kinda would be interested to talk to someone else though than just Ramlin, but maybe I should talk to Ramlin, but I wanna talk to a survivor. So I'll do that. Vi, springing up. Wait, you mustn't. Abominations corrupted the sacred stone, and now it only brings death. I saw people dying after touching the men here. The last captives were forced onto the stone by the Ensis. Enraged curses. So that's why the salt in the blood and the witchery. Pieces of shit. Thanks to the warning, and I was wondering why the Terminum, you're just sitting there, giving no thanks or anything for being saved. Confused. Honestly, I can't even stand straight. I've already given up hope. But I'm really grateful. The name's Vi. I'm Wandering Monk. And I'll be praying to the gods on your behalf in every temple in the Berkana. My name's Stornbrunning. I'm a retired captain of the guard. You'll meet the other later. Tell me what happened here before you get back to praying. Why did they leave you alive? The abominations didn't kill the villagers at once. Some were kidnapped and forced to dig a mass grave until it was their turn. The men here was showered in their blood. I'm the only one left. Why did they need a grave? They never buried the people they killed behind the bridge. I don't know. I think they just wanted to torture us as long as they could. They made it as painful and horrifying as possible. Those fiends, slaughtering and torturing so many people in a single day. And the grave? We'll have to use it, I'm afraid. How did the watch manage to miss a full mob of enemies and captives? There were too many of them. First it was the cavalry. We didn't even know what hit us. Then we heard the cries from the other side of the bridge. Even more abominations. Some of them didn't get a horse and stayed behind. The others left. So, that's what those prints were. The gods truly saved our necks. We could have easily stumbled upon them on our way here. You mentioned captives. What happened to them? I heard screams and saw smoke rise. All that. None were spared. Not children, nor the elders. Show me your neck. Are there any marks on it? So this place got into you too. Let me tell you something. You know those rare gems called Strixes? They fight off the corruption. They eventually burn out though. We've heard about it already, but thanks. So how did you come across the Strixes and learn of their properties? I meant to meet the abbot in one of the temple libraries, then a scroll about the reaping caught my eye. Normally no one reads them. I mean, it's just a legend. And I've got the Strix in my beads. An old tradition this is. All of us wandering monks need to wear them. I took the longest route I could to here, so I didn't even meet this white guy. Okay, I presume he was dead. Alrighty, well, at least you met someone new then, or someone different. Why, you're the luckiest person I've met. The gods must be keeping you alive for some higher purpose. You've already told me what I needed to know. So, what are you up to now? Well, just try another men here. The Ensis couldn't have smeared all of them with blood, could they? There's a man here on the way to Ursus, with a little stockade around it. Perhaps the watchman there will be able to beat back the Ensis. Let me come with you. I've got to go to the temple in Ursus and tell the abbot what I've seen. At least I won't be lonely for half of the way if I join your company. Hey, we're gonna get a monk, woohoo! Well, I can't just leave you alone now, can I? I just know that you must obey my every order without question if you wish to stay with us. By the way, they've led us a couple of horses. That's nice. Hey, we got also some more horses. Hey, we can still talk to Ramlin. I was not just sure if we could, but good, we can. Nelly. They killed everyone in my village. Some were thrown into rivers and others. You saw the corpses along the road. There are even people from the neighboring hamlets. Why do these bastards do this? I don't know. Seems like they savor suffering and death. We purge this place of abominations and we kill any more that we find. Touching the locket on his neck. My grandmother thought I was a wizard material. She even gave me her amulet. Let me come with you, Thorn. I don't want to be a wizard. I want to be a warrior. That's why I joined the guards. Take the amulet, please. Shall we take the locket or refuse it? I would think that he should have his locket. I don't want to be a wizard, I want to be a warrior. That's why I joined the guards. Take the amulet, please. Nim, nim, nim. To take it or not to take it? Is Dion Tower Scrub Lord still here with opinions? Something I can't really say because you already know a little bit more of the game. But is Dion Tower Scrub Lord here for any opinions? Question mark. I don't know. Are you? Or have you all left me other than Saten Tenho? How much is the clock, by the way? Let's see. The clock is 2:33. I was thinking that we probably could be ending pretty soon anyways here. So, going a little bit further and then calling it for tonight. I just need to do this decision. I guess I will refuse then. No other opinions anyways given, so refuse to take the locket. Looking at locket. Some battles are won by sorcerers, not swordsmen. The wielders of magic are warriors too, in a sense. Your grandmother's amulet is tricks encrusted. That explains a lot. Keep it. Now, if you're ready to fight and follow orders, you can come with us. Anything else you want to say? Yay, loyalty increased. Listening nervously, Ramblin opens his purse with shaking hands and gives you several magical cards. How did you come by magical cards? They're heavy, like lead, and hot to the touch. And you say you don't want to be a wizard. These cards used to be my grandmother's. I played with them when I was little. She said that if they became heavier, it meant that playtime was over and something bad was brewing. I want to give them to you. You're my senior, you should use them. Okay. Do you even realize what this is? What's there to realize? My grandmother said that this card ate those who want to use magic, or shield themselves from it, but have no shamanic power of their own. The gods are Qimran, and the Qimra themselves are said to be the descendants of the abominations. Examining the gods. I've heard of them, but I didn't expect them to reclaim power. I won a couple myself. Who could have guessed that ancient trinkets could come in handy? The reaping has begun, Dorn. What used to be a superstition and legend is a manifesting with magic. You must have noticed that some items are displaying special properties. The gods are no exception. What use are your cards? Shocking. You can normally deduce that the gods does based on the picture. They're not for wizards, remember. They're for people without special powers, so each card has a hint. Using them is easy as pie. Close your fingers around a card and use your will to direct its power. They're useful, no arguing that. But I'm more at ease with my trusty sword. You can't scatter an enemy detachment with a punch of gods. To be honest, in the very end, one of our men was saved because of a card, so... Who knows? I never used them myself, but it is possible that the card might trump a weapon. But remember, if you give the card to another person, they can use them too. Why are some broken? They're not broken, just incomplete. I remember the time my grandmother procured a handful of shards. She assembled the picture and the shards sort of glued themselves together. Do you success I go everywhere looking for this charge? It's up to you. People have always collected fragments of these cards, even though they didn't know their true value. They use them as amulets and souvenirs. That's why many merchants sell them. Same goes for items containing Strixes. Thank you, but it's time we left. Be careful with these cards, anyone can use them. Sometimes it's better to use a weapon instead of standing around waiting for something magical to happen. I expect you to do more than just gape. If you can cast proper spells, do it. And thank you for the plagues. I have a feeling we'll need them. Loyalty increased. Well, you can count on me. And make haste. There's something odd and evil emanating from the men here. I wouldn't tarry here. Okay. You watch Ramlin go and notice the commotion near the wounded woman. Cleda stops you as you run up. Is this giving birth to that? Chase them all off and let Ramlin do his thing. Seems he's the only one who knows what to do. Everyone runs around looking for clean water and rags. You didn't even feel this much pressure when commanding an entire squadron. After all the pains, you're finally rewarded with a baby's cry. Cleda frowns deeply at you. The baby is safe, but we couldn't save the mother. She'd been through a lot. I'll go search the water supplies for milk, but we need to find a place for the baby to settle in. We should do it now. Well, that's not necessarily the easiest thing to do. Watchtower, now is a good time to tidy up and give orders. Sure, Whis. Okay. I wanna use Y. So anyways, also we probably would need to have a look into the fact of minor injuries. These two have minor injuries, so you are a cleric. That's nice. I like the sound of that. Then just a question, what otherwise do we exactly want to do? Hold fleet to Y. I guess Sop is the best then. Oh dear, what do I do? There's even a warlock now. But I like the idea of having a cleric too. But then I feel that I should have at least someone else that is more a warrior. Of course I could try to have just a freaking warlock, archer, cleric, assassin, then a fighter and a guard. So we would be the only ones in the really, like... Well, maybe. And yes, too many classes. No idea what to choose to use. What about the deck? Cards. We got a lot of new cards. So, which cards do I want to use? I'm not sure when I'm gonna be using that one for sure. Activation round 1. In effect until next turn. That's not actually a long time as such, but maybe it's useful. That was definitely useful at least before. And show code maybe. Reduces attack by 5 and increases attack by 1. Not sure when I would be exactly using it, but yeah, it is somehow anyway something that you can only use when you're way further in the turns. Which isn't bad as such, we definitely should have more of those sort of options. So, reduces defense by 20 to all enemy units and reduces defense by 20 to all party members. That can be very dangerous. Train. Reduces energy by 20 to a random enemy unit and increases health by 20 to a random party member. That's not the worst. Reduces defense by 15. Oh, vulnerability. I like the train sort of. Of course, many of these are something that we need way more cards, card pieces, so to speak, to actually complete them. Bloody Harvest could be very good if we know we are trying to finish the last enemies quickly. So to all enemy units, then would be the reduced defense, because the reduced defense 20 to all of our units isn't exactly that great. Energy surge would then be 10 energy. I think I'll try to go with this. I'm not exactly sure if it's the best plan, but maybe. 28. I think it's okay not to do that yet. In general though. We do have a level up though, as in you have 1 level up. I do like to use parry with you a lot. Plus 3 to energy, plus 1 to walking. Suppressed anger, plus 3 to the defense. So this was the requires 3 health and 3 energy. Effect increases your defense and attack by 1. I guess it's decent. Destructive anger, next rank plus 1 to attack, or aggression skill knockback, minus 3 to cooldown, minus 1 to activation time. All surrounding units and pushes back all surrounding units. Let's increase that. That seems like knockback is a very good skill that we haven't just been using, but There's at least more reason to use it if we have that. So, maybe. You have 0 experience. And so do you. But you indeed have meditations and focuses and healing skills and all sorts. When you, on the other hand, have attack alone. Attack party of the member of the party, okay. Energy and increases your energy, okay. Well, it's definitely going to be interesting. Well, unless both of you have only minor injuries, so it's not too serious. Okay. But yeah, definitely too many classes for me to keep track of, and that was not what I meant to do. I was meaning to do this. Okay, so grave. A burial near a menhir usually requires special permission, but you couldn't care less now. You decide against burying the bodies that lie by the road. At least all the fallen beside the menhir have found a common grave. You've no further business here, so you prepare to head out. You notice Cleda is deep in thought. Before you can speak, Cleda beats you to it. Why haven't you let me onto the bridge, Dad? Am I a bad fencer? Or were you going easy on me during training? You feign surprise, and who else would care for the wounded? Our men aren't exactly a nurturing bunch, so I put my trust in you. And judging by how you handle childbirth, I wasn't wrong to do so. As for going easy on you during training, that's a complete and utter nonsense. Who do we want to call as a witness? Hout was the assassin, Brett was the archer, and Sop is the warrior. I'm not quite sure what to do. Hout is kind of an arrogant assassin. I'm not sure how well he would be doing this. So I think Brett or Sop would be the better options. And Brett, at least we have in a decent relationship, I think. He was the son of the, or possible bastard son. So I'll try to call Brett. You turn to the lad. He nods agreeably. Lord Brenny never singles anyone out, but he really had it out for you, Cleda. Maybe that's why you'd better than most. You can tell that Cleda's shocked by all the praise, and decide to seize the moment. Grab your stuff, everyone. The Shah's going with you, Cleda. There's a squad of ensign prowling about, so get back to your horses, quickly. Yeah, Sop was the warrior and Hout's nanny. Oh, it's a nanny. Okay, leave the men here, Wally. Nothing more to do here. It's time to head out.
In enemy territory, a campfire gives warmth, but the cold gives protection. Shadow Clan's code for warriors of peace.
In enemy territory, a campfire gives warmth, but the cold gives protection. So it is, of course, then you can't be even noticed. Shadow Clan's code warriors of peace.
Year 1002 since divine retribution. Spring equinox. Kingdom of Frisia. The city of Voden. A procession approaches the city. Hundreds, no, thousands, walk to Voden, shackled and closely guarded.
Okay, so I guess we are a different group now. I don't know, maybe we shouldn't be reading this through even if we end here then for today. I'm not sure how this exactly will be starting next time, but I guess we can even try. And I think this is a good place to stop when we go into chapter 2. Yeah, I was thinking the same, that this seems to be a pretty good location to be ending for today. So yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed also the music of the Ass of Gods. But anyways, especially now that we go back into the main menu. But thank you everyone for watching some more Ass of Gods. We did a pretty nice process, I think, nonetheless in this game too, considering that we played Psychonauts for quite a long time before this. But yeah, I've been enjoying it well enough thus far. Made some mistakes, mayhaps, or well, it's to be expected, of course, considering I haven't played this type of games that much, or well, at all before, nor watched. Plus, haven't played this, so it's to be expected that there's going to be mistakes done and happening about. But hey, thank you everyone for watching. I shall see you then next weekend for some more Ash of Gods 2. And indeed, thank you all for watching here on Twitch streams and later on in YouTube. Hopefully you all enjoyed. So, thank you. And bye bye till then, next weekend.